She just went to dye her hair, but now she looks like her IQ has ballooned to over 600. Her head got stuck in a hair steamer. Even the firefighters couldn't free her at first. After a quick check, it turned out she was allergic to the dye.
Probably PPD.
She assumed the salon used all natural products, but it was anything but. The staff tried to argue that their products were pure and natural.
You didn't use it on my head!
But with her head swollen like that, was there really any point in arguing? The woman, worried about her upcoming audition, begged the firefighters to get her out quickly. The captain ordered the use of an electric saw.
Doing great. Just relax.
Eventually, the steamer was cut in half and removed. Everyone stared in shock.
I don't think she's getting that part.
Surprisingly, the woman ended up nailing her audition. What kind of role was she trying out for? She just wanted to buy a toy for her child, but ended up arrested, with the toy confiscated. Moments ago, she finally found a parking spot, only for another car to snatch it away.
Excuse us?
Inside the store, she was jostled by the crowd, grumbling about people's manners. But for the toy, she endured it. She asked a staff member for help and received a half-hearted response. After a chaotic scramble, she managed to grab the last toy, only to have it snatched away by a man.
Who's the best dad now, huh, Cody?
That was the final straw. She furiously sprayed pepper spray at him. When others tried to seize the toy amid the commotion, she unleashed her spray on everyone around her.
Get your hands up where I can see them now. I'm gonna need you to hand me that pepper spray.
Look, Santa, I just wanted the dancing dapper duck for my little girl, and that is all.
I know.
He tried to calm her down, but she feared he was after the toy too. Unsurprisingly, she was arrested.
Sorry, but that toy's going into evidence.
What?
Sir, this burning is gonna go away. It's just gonna take a couple hours.
Long before you need to be back in the North Pole.
Is Santa Claus gonna die?
Oh, hey, no, of course not. And don't you worry, he's not really Santa.
He's not real?
No, sweetie, he just pretends.
Santa's pretend?
That's right.
Buck.
The homeless man crawled into a dumpster to escape the rain. When he woke up, he found himself being dumped into a garbage truck. He screamed for help, but the driver, wearing headphones, couldn't hear him. If the garbage compactor started, he would be crushed to pieces in an instant. Firefighters rushed to the scene, stopping a garbage truck just in time, but the driver, confused, insisted his truck was empty and hadn't started collecting trash. Realizing they'd chased the wrong truck, the team quickly contacted dispatch for the correct location. Meanwhile, the man's life hung in the balance as the actual driver unknowingly started the compactor. A nearby police officer arrived just in time, ordering the driver to shut it down. Firefighters soon followed. Upon hearing that someone was inside, the driver was visibly shaken. The compactor's force could crush a car. A paramedic climbed onto the truck, shouting for the man. Hearing no response, she jumped in, frantically searching through the garbage. The crew worked together, tossing out bags of trash. Finally, they reached the bottom and found the man, miraculously still alive. He had been shielded by a chair, saving him from being crushed. With multiple fractures, he was carefully secured to a stretcher and lowered from the truck. The question is, who called the police for him? And who's going to pay the bill? The girl, under the guidance of her parents, dropped her newborn baby into a sewer pipe barely the size of a palm. Upon receiving the report, officers quickly warned residents not to use any water. Meanwhile, the arriving firefighters searched every suspicious room, but after hours of effort, they found nothing. Just as everyone was baffled, the attentive captain seemed to catch a faint sound. He quickly pulled out a stethoscope and pressed it against the wall. As he knocked repeatedly, a faint crying sound echoed from inside. He marked the suspicious spot with a pen. A teammate, however, was confused. Sewer pipes were curved, so how could the baby have fallen from the 5th floor and gotten stuck on the 4th? The captain explained that a newborn's bones were as soft as a sponge and could deform under pressure. The priority was to get the baby out. Hearing this, a teammate grabbed an axe, ready to smash the wall, but the captain stopped him just in time.
Did you even stop to consider that you might hit a baby? Yeah, I didn't think so. Go get the saw.
To ensure the baby's safety, they began tearing down the wall by hand until the pipe was fully exposed. Then, using an electric saw, they carefully cut through the pipe. Once the pipe was removed, they shone a light inside and, sure enough, spotted the baby stuck inside. But a new problem arose. No matter how hard they tried, they couldn't push the baby out. Thinking fast, the captain took lubricant from a defibrillator kit and coated the inside of the pipe. With one smooth motion, the baby slid free. Without wasting another second, they rushed the baby to the ambulance. At the same time, the girl began began hemorrhaging and also needed urgent medical care. Soon, both mother and child were loaded into the ambulance. Thanks to everyone's efforts, they safely arrived at the hospital. The iron bed was pulled into the MRI machine. Just now, a foolish orderly accidentally pushed an iron bed into the MRI room, and the powerful magnetic force instantly sucked it in, trapping the orderly between the machine and the bed. Doctors immediately called 911, and firefighters rushed to the scene. The doctor explained that the machine couldn't be shut down directly while running. They needed to turn off the magnet first, but the emergency stop button was blocked by the bed. Now the firefighters had to find a way to press it. The captain asked if anyone had metal or steel implants in their body. Those people couldn't enter. Almost everyone raised their hands. After all, they had all been injured on duty before. In the end, only 3 male firefighters and 1 female medic remained. Once inside, they wedged a wooden board between the bed and the machine to create a gap, then inserted an airbag and started inflating it. When they had enough space, the captain quickly pressed the emergency stop button, and the machine finally shut down. The orderly was rescued. A medical check showed he only had a few broken ribs, but he needed an MRI scan. Upon hearing this, he fainted on the spot. The firefighters had no choice but to carry him to the emergency room. It looks like the MRI machine has left a lifelong shadow on the orderly. This woman was about to explode from holding it in. She hadn't gone to the bathroom for an entire day and night. She had joined a bizarre competition with a simple rule: keep one hand on the car at all times, and whoever lasts the longest gets to take the car home. The contestants were fired up, eager to win. But as time passed, the excitement wore off. Fatigue set in. Some drank too much water and started feeling the pressure. Others groaned from sore backs. Before long, a woman sneezed. Her hand lifted off the car for a split second. Eliminated. She was devastated. Day turned into night, and one by one, more contestants dropped out, some because they couldn't hold their bladder, some from exhaustion, and others simply passing out. By the second day, only 2 remained. Hoping to end things quickly, the man offered the woman $1,000 to quit, arguing she wouldn't win anyway. At least this way she'd walk away with something. But she refused and swore to hold on until the end. Suddenly, she let out a scream. Her bladder had reached its limit. The man nearly choked laughing. The organizer immediately called 911. When firefighters arrived, they learned the 2 had been standing there for 28 hours. The woman, desperate to avoid using the bathroom, hadn't eaten or drunk anything for 2 days. Judging by her pain and fluid buildup in her lungs, the firefighters suspected acute kidney failure and a dangerously overfilled bladder, yet she still refused to let go. Firefighters tried convincing the man to concede, but he wouldn't budge either. The captain turned to the organizer and suggested pausing the competition before someone died, but the organizer didn't care at all and insisted on continuing the competition, saying that rules are rules. The captain asked the boss if the rule was simply to keep one hand on the car. After getting a confirmed answer, he ordered his team to bring over the electric saw. A firefighter brought over a power saw. Everyone watched as they prepared to cut off part of the car. The organizer froze. With reporters filming everything, he had no choice but to declare both contestants winners. They each got a car.
At Billings Auto Emporium, the only thing bigger than our deals are our hearts.